As pretty much all of us are aware, in early September, Adesanya fought Sean Strickland. He lost his title, which was a big surprise to many people. Now, something that I said to my brother, and I believe on the channel prior to the fight, was I wonder if Adesanya is going to take Strickland seriously enough that he puts in a proper training camp. And even if he puts in a proper training camp, is he going to have the mindset to think this guy is a real threat to me? Because we have to be real. Adesanya has fought pretty much all the killers in the division, including somebody like Alex Pereira, who had already KO'd Sean Strickland. So my thought process sort of being, I don't know if he'd take it seriously enough, this opponent in Strickland. This is based off my past experience fighting guys where I went, I don't think they'll be a threat, and just feeling that little lack of drive to train as hard as normal. And it's a hard thing to overcome. Just recently, we heard news, it's been all around the MMA community, that Adesanya, 3 weeks prior to his fight with Sean Strickland, he got hit with a DUI. Now, of course, that's not cool. And people should not be drinking and driving. The safety of others, of course, that's very important. But the part of this that really interests me is not going after Adesanya saying, what are you doing, blah, 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 blah. People have already done that to him. I don't need to be another one. What I want to focus on is the fact that he was drinking 3 weeks prior to his fight with Sean Strickland. And did this lead to his loss? No, probably not. He probably would have had a hard night either way. But it does show that he is not taking the fights as seriously as he probably once did when he was climbing the ranks. I cannot imagine him, when he first entered the UFC, being like, yeah, I'm going to have any alcohol. Any. Weeks before my fight. I would imagine most high-level pro fighters, before they hit that fame, before they have the money, before just everybody is watching them, following them, bowing to them. You're amazing. I don't imagine these guys are drinking close to the fight. And for the guys out there who are trying to climb the ranks, we have to make sure we don't look at these high-level fighters like McGregor and Adesanya and go, oh, okay, you know what? They're drinking, so I can do it too. Ignore that, because these guys would not have done this leading up. And it's something that comes with the fame, the fortune, probably the lack of motivation, thinking that you're that good, that you can slack a little bit and do things you didn't used to. I believe that my assessment, and then, I don't think Adesanya will train as hard or take Strickland as seriously as he had with other opponents. I think that was probably true. Again, I'm not trying to discredit Strickland's win. It was a fantastic win. He did what he needed to, but it should just be a reminder to all of us, to myself especially, after I go, okay, I've accomplished what I want to accomplish in the kickboxing world, and now coming to the end of my career, I'm fighting people who realistically are not the same caliber as guys like Amrani and Yuta Kubo and Lerdsila. They're not at that level. But if I look past them, if I ease off on my training, I won't drink and drive or anything because I don't drink, but if I do things where I ease off, can come back and haunt you very easy. So, what do you guys think? Do you think that Adesanya would have trained as hard as he needed to for Strickland, as hard as he did for other opponents, those killers out there, like people like Paulo Costa, who everybody's just, oh my gosh, this guy's a beast. And when he was fighting Pereira and just everybody, Whitaker, do you think he trained as hard for Strickland as those guys? I'm curious to hear what everybody thinks. Let's call it there. And one additional point. It did say that Adesanya only went over slightly over on the breathalyzer, so it wasn't like he was raging drunk. But still, leading up to the fight, you should probably cut out alcohol for at least 6 or 7 weeks. I would do it my whole fight camp, but if I was advising other people, I'd say you need to cut that out for a long time before you compete, no less than a little under 2 months. That would be my advice. Anyway, guys, let's call it there. Thanks for joining today, and I will see you back here soon for another video.